Hey Aquarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your April 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aquarius, welcome. Now, you're starting off here with the feather, and if you've received this card before with me, you know that this is my Aquarian energy. This is abundance. It's easy money, divine intervention. I'm also getting work smarter, not harder. So trying to bring in maybe lucrative or efficient ways to manage your time more effectively. Okay, this could be new systems to organize your finances. Maybe you're working with a financial advisor, but I also see here for you that you're strategizing. So even though you are in a position here to embrace new income sources, new opportunities for growth, for abundance, I see that you have been thinking things through because you do have the chess card and you are the sign of the great communicator, the great thoughts, right? Your air sign here. So this is about long-term strategies. It is about you being able to make moves that can help you be more independent. So some of you may even be thinking about going off on your own if you haven't already. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Okay, some of you are looking to start your own practice, or you may just be wanting to leave a situation that you are in because maybe it's become a little bit toxic. Yeah, or a little bit bored. Some of you, you're sitting in an energy of boredom and you're ready to shake things up a little bit. You're ready to dive into the new, and that's kind of what I keep hearing here for you, is diving into the new. All right, last but not least, let's get your final outcome before we dive in. There's going to be something to celebrate here. I do see that for you, Aquarius. There will be celebrations. You may feel like it hasn't come yet. Oh, I love that. We're going to save your final outcome. I'm not going to flip it over yet, but that's the celebration, and I love that one. So, starting off, you have the feather. Aquarius, this is about light work, and some of you, you've been really hustling, okay, or you've been working a lot, or for some of you, maybe you've taken a little bit of a load off because this is light energy. It is, coming to the light. It can be spiritual work. It can be working smarter, not harder, as I mentioned. Some of you, this is even air related. Maybe you're a pilot or you work in the airline industry, travel industry here, or maybe you yourself are planning a trip. I also see here with the feather that you're a little bit indecisive on, should I move there, or should I go here, or take this position, or stay where I'm at, or grow this business? So there is some contemplation happening here. And that leads to the present energy here of April, which is the chess card. This is strategizing, wise spending, and thinking about your long-term goals as well. And I feel for some of you, you could be shuffling around maybe your accounts. You're looking into maybe high yield savings accounts or your 401k if you have that, or looking into your dreams and goals for maybe the next 10, 15 years even is what I'm seeing. Maybe it's a house or a property or where you want to retire. So you're thinking long term, because the game of chess, it's not to be rushed. It reminds me of the Pentacle realm. The Pentacle realm is not an energy to be rushed. It's the slowest of all of the suits, and it's for good reason, because we go through the fool's journey and you learn, right? You learn, you win some, you lose some, you're up, you're down, and it's all part of the progress here that you make. And I feel like you are a leader. Some of you may even have been in military, or you have military in your background. You may be stepping into maybe a leading position or a role that does require a little bit more responsibility. But it's interesting because I see here that some of you don't want that responsibility. Some of you, maybe you want the money, but without the responsibility. But it's not that you are wanting to cut corners. It's like you've worked hard for what you have and you just want to live simpler, or you don't want to put so much pressure on your body or your mind. That's kind of what I feel here for you. Now you have the ornaments card. This is always my December energy, but this could be by the next holiday. This could be a major milestone coming up in the future, because this is your outcome card. It's extra money, it's mature investments, it's celebration. And that's what I was picking up on as shuffling your outcome. And your outcome is definitely a celebration here. But let's talk about how we get there and the steps that you can take energy wise as well as physically to get to this point. Some of you may work in retail, beauty, carpentry, finish work, or again, you're looking at retiring or setting yourself up for retirement with the ornament card. Now, bottom of the deck here, you have the gears, the candle, and the book. Some of you are contemplating maybe going back to school. You could be a teacher, you could be an educator. There could be some new soul contracts coming in here for you, Aquarius, that allow your learning capacity to kind of take it to the next level. Some of you are professors, I just heard, maybe a professor, and that makes sense. You are like a professor of the mind. You have a very brilliant, genius mind. And so your mind is like a sponge. So you may be reading more. You may be taking classes, workshops. Some of you are learning about the law, maybe business law or something in the legal system. This is education. And this is subconscious, kind of what's coming up here for you to take a deeper look at is, seeing how all of those pieces fit together with the gears. This is about putting plans into motion, and it says hard work and then taking time off. And that's kind of what I was picking up on is you've either put the work into something where you can now watch it kind of regenerate income. So think of a dominoes, or even in this case, you can look at the gears and it's like once that first gear gets going, it unlocks all of the other gears to start going as well. Sometimes there's a quick jam, right? Sometimes there's a stall. And just like when you push a dominoes, right? If they're set up right and you push it, all of them kind of go down. And I feel like there's something you've created. Maybe it's an online course or a workshop or whatever it may be for you that's going to bring in maybe passive income, or you do it once, but you're able to make money off of it. And maybe that's a dream of yours, because this is, again, subconscious energy, but the candle is all about ambition, right? Action, manifestation. It's that magician energy of putting yourself out there in some way, shape, or form and being recognized for it. There's a spark of inspiration that's being reignited within you here, Aquarius. This looks really good. Now, because you have toxic work environment, even though I don't really see too much toxicity here, sometimes the toxic work environment can be our own thoughts getting, bored. We feel bored. We feel like we are wasting away our time or our life. And I feel like you want to get out of some sort of either negative thinking, or maybe this is a toxic workspace where people are dramatic, people are gossipy. You could also work in an environment where you need to gown and glove and wear a mask. Okay, maybe this is, showing up in the medical field, or it could be that you are, a painter or a sander or in construction or something of that nature where a mask is required. I also get April, maybe April on a global level, there's something that does come in, maybe some sort of shift in energy that feels a little bit low vibration, but I do feel here that we're going to be fine, right? We're going to see through some of these things, and that makes sense with us going into eclipse season, depending on when you're watching this video. A lot of you are really good at multitasking. That's a really great trait of the air signs as well. So multitasking, but also staying focused is important here. Staying focused, otherwise you could kind of float in the ethers without getting much done because you're focusing on, maybe the dishes and then doing a little bit of journaling and then over here and working and then feeding the kids. So make sure you're finding balance within your multitasking, and make sure that you are taking time for yourself as well. For those of you that are dealing with a toxic work situation, I feel like you are on the job search or the job hunt here with We're Hiring, and maybe even contemplating going off on your own, as I mentioned, because you have entrepreneur energy here. And I feel like you could be staying in a situation for the time being to maybe pay bills, or you're looking at how to bring in additional income so you can have a little bit more money. And I see that with the ornaments card, you will bring in extra money. And there could be a bill that comes in that actually isn't as expensive as you thought it would be. It's like you received an estimate, but it's way below the estimate, which is fantastic. So for example, let's say you got to bring your car in and they tell you it's going to be $1,000, but you get the bill and it's only $744, right? You may want to look that number up, 744. But I feel like you're going to save here on something, or you'll have plenty to pay, or maybe there is some sort of discount available, or you are able to get a deal on something. Pay attention, because I feel like that could be very helpful to you this month. We also have the money tree. A lot of signs have been getting the money tree, which is great because this is a major opening and it makes sense. And as I said that, I seen 4-4. So definitely 4 energy. 4 is the month of April. 4 is stability, structure, planning. It is about foundational energy as well. So you could be making a move in the month of April that brings in a lot of money. Right? Brings in a lot of money. And it's like, there's more where that came from. And that phrase, I'm not kidding you, Aquarius, that phrase has been coming up. Spirit's been saying that in a lot of these messages. There's more where that came from. So that may be what happens either globally or, all across the nation, where there is some sort of maybe scarcity or poverty conscious mindset, where Spirit is confirming through these money messages or these money readings that there is plenty to go around. That's why the money tree has been showing up, or that message, because I feel like we can sometimes go down that spiral. We can sometimes let fear get the best of us, false evidence appearing real. But I feel like there's more than enough here, the money tree. All right, let's dive into the tarot. Well, not only is there a celebration coming in here with the 4 of Wands, you also start off with a celebration and you are kind of moving forward with a celebration here. This is news of either a new job. This is news of a promotion. This could be a grand opening. Some of you may even be moving to a new home because you did get a job elsewhere as well. The 4 of Wands is a milestone. Some of you are hitting a milestone, or you're graduating in the month of April. Maybe you are passing a test, or you're receiving some sort of good news. And I feel like you want to share it. You want to dance. You are excited about it. I mean, this is really beautiful. And there's a 4, right? Another 4. So that could be a very important number. 4-4 could be significant. Yeah, look up 744 or just 44. And that's going to bring in something to celebrate here, a big win. Now, what's crossing your path is maybe a separation of energy, okay, separation. So, I mean, this could be anything, but for example, let's say you get a job in a different location and it separates you from your family for the time being. I feel like it's almost like a bittersweet energy that I'm picking up on here. You will come together at some point, but I feel for now it's actually going to help the family because maybe the family needs extra money, or maybe this is a milestone, but people can be mean sometimes, and maybe someone is trying to sabotage your success or your happiness. I feel like this can be the energy of rejection, or just feeling a separate energy from maybe your goals or your success. Maybe someone has separated from you in a way, or you've separated from this toxicity, whatever that may be. And I feel that the challenge for you is to stay open to the resources, stay open to partnerships, or stay open to, the universal flow, the universal law of attraction, right? What's going on in here is a reflection of what's out here. And I feel like you're in the vibe, you're in the energy, right? You're multitasking, you're doing everything, but try not to spread yourself thin. I also see here, for some of you, you may be in a partnership that you feel like you are tethered to, but I don't know if you want to be in. And that could be a job or an organization. Maybe that's in your personal life and you're staying due to finances, whatever that may be for you. But deep down here on a soul level, on your foundational level here, you're the Queen of Cups. A lot of you Aquarians are healers. You are spiritual seekers. You are gurus in a way where you want to heal. You could even work in a spiritual practice here, maybe a tarot reader yourself. This Queen of Cups is someone who is a healer, very psychic, very therapeutic, I'm getting as well. So you may be someone who is wanting to be in a caring, healing profession, or you do care about other people. You care a lot, and maybe you're very empathic and you pick up on the energies of others, and that can at times feel very heavy, very toxic. And maybe that's you kind of taking a step back saying, I loved this, but it's just become too much. Right? Or I'm bored with this. What can I do that is going to reignite that spark? And we talked about that here, reigniting that spark. So in the recent the recent past, we do have the 9 of Pentacles. It's in reverse though. So some of you, yeah, I just get this feeling of emptiness. However, there is a celebratory energy with the 4 of Wands, but I feel like it's almost like a celebration on paper. Like it looks good. It's supposed to be great, but why don't I feel better about this? 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe there's codependency tied to it, or maybe Spirit is saying follow through in order for you to feel that abundance on all levels. I also feel some of you are disconnected from maybe even your own intuition here, or disconnected in some way, shape, or form with that 2 of Cups. Maybe you feel like this success is right here, but you can't quite taste it, touch it, see it, feel it, right? You can't quite believe that it's right here, but Spirit is saying open up, right? Open up. It is right here. It's showing up with the 4 of Wands. Okay. Oh, okay. Some of you also, I feel like you may have been shamed, or you were held back on what you wanted to do, or maybe your own spiritual gifts. Some of you were told you were too sensitive, or you were taking things too personally, when all you wanted to do here is create a life that you love, a life of abundance and luxury and, feeling good with who you are. But I feel like some of you, that was taken from you, or you felt like it was taken from you in some way, shape, or form with the 9 of Pentacles. You want to create a sense of independence, and that's what you're doing. If you were dependent on this energy of whatever was unrequited here, whatever separation is occurring within you or around you, I feel like you were dependent on it, but now you're not. That's why there's success coming in here. It's like I had to have that for a bit because I needed to do what I needed to do, or that was part of the human experience. That was my lesson. And now you're getting out of that energy. Yeah, because what's showing up above you, the Knight of Swords, he's running. He's getting out of the energy here of needing to rely on something that just doesn't feel good, or maybe there was unreliability, right? Maybe it wasn't even fulfilling, or it wasn't filling your cup in some way, shape, or form. That's why the 2 of Cups is in reverse here. And the Knight of Swords is you chasing some dreams, going after something you want, or even running away from, an energy here of lack mentality, right? You're saying, I'm not going to be in that lack. I know that there's plenty, right? Now that we see that money tree, there's plenty. And with the Knight of Swords, he is assertive. He also travels by air as well, okay? And you see the crow above him. So some of you are flying, you're getting on a plane. They're giving me that song, I'm leaving on a jet plane. Okay, so some of you, maybe you're leaving on a jet plane, or you maybe you don't know where you're going or when you'll be back, but I do feel like you are taking action, or you're being guided to take action on something that you felt bored with. You didn't feel like it was filling your cup. You felt like you had to rely on this, or you were codependent on this, or maybe someone is codependent on you and you're breaking away from that. I also feel that if you had a client, or if someone was empathy overload and you were taking on all of their stuff, maybe someone was very, very heavily reliant on you in some way, shape, or form. I feel like you're breaking out of that cycle, and that's going to be a win in itself. Okay, I hope that makes sense here. Now, what's showing up in the near future? Mastery. You're focusing on your craft. I love the 8 of Pentacles because it says with a little bit of dedication, or a lot of dedication, right? You can hone in on your craft. your spiritual skills, your tools, right? It's gaining knowledge. It is the card of practice. It's the card of apprenticeship here. And I do feel like you are really good at what you set yourself to. What you set your mind to. And some of you may be either going back to school or you are now in a position to be able to teach what you've learned as well. And with this Eight of Pentacles, if you were feeling uninspired or maybe you weren't driving yourself hard enough, there is this reigniting of passion for what you do, what you love, whether that means you're going to take up a new hobby or go in a new position, take a new path in your career, or you're reigniting something that may have felt a little bit lost. Now, I'm just going to say this, it's not going to resonate with everyone, so please take this small bit with with a grain of salt, but some of you may have even suffered from maybe depression or maybe even some mental health struggles because of COVID or because of an illness or maybe something in the personal life. But I feel like you're definitely coming out of that. There is this energy of feeling a new sense of purpose here or a new sense of hope. So I just had to point that out there. Even though we don't see any cards that are, pertaining to any nightmares or anything of that nature, I feel for maybe a couple of you that may resonate. All right, here's the boredom. Four of Cups. She feels like she's missing out. And actually, wait a second. This is the card of depression. It can be, right? So maybe that's why I was just picking up on that energy, because look at that. It's like, there's the cup. There's the cup that may feel a little bit separate, right? Separated with the Two of Cups as the crossing energy. And she doesn't necessarily see this cup that's being offered to her. And maybe that's the challenge, not seeing the cup, because three of them have already been spilt. Maybe she's been rejected or denied from, a couple of jobs or promotions or working with people. I feel like there is an energy of impatience as well, feeling just bored or feeling maybe even self-absorbed, right? She's kind of in her own little la-la world there. And that's why you have the Four of Wands coming in saying, get out of your head maybe and into your body. Dance a little bit. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small or how large. That's something I'm very adamant about, even on this channel, whether it's, hitting 30,000 subscribers, hitting 35, hitting 40. I mean, I usually try to keep it for the 30 or 40 or 50, but I celebrate all of those wins. Whether I do post or not, I celebrate milestones. And it's not just for the subscriber count, but it's I celebrate an awesome compliment that that comes through the comment section, or I celebrate with gratitude. And there's just so much to be appreciative and have that gratitude for. And I feel like that's what this is all about for you with the Four of Cups. So even if you're feeling a little bit ungrateful or a little bit bored, there's always something to celebrate. And I feel you opening up to a new opportunity, because I see new opportunities coming in from here on out, especially toward mid to end of April. I feel like you're going to finally see this cup for what it is. And you're going to say, yes, I'm jumping on that opportunity. I believe I have what it takes. And maybe that's part of that divine intervention taking place here as well. All right. So in your environment, we do have the High Priestess. It's showing up in return. Okay. Interesting. In reverse. It may be the shakeup of Mercury retrograde, all of the REs. Maybe there's some return coming from the past, or it could be that you're too much in your head and your intuition is a little bit cloudy. That is what really can shut down our own intuition. And I'm guilty at times of this. I'm an air sign as well, where we can get up in our head about things, but I recognize it right away, or I try to, and then get out of my head into my body more. So go out for a walk, do some exercise, do some meditating, get back into your soul self instead of overcomplicating things by, shutting that area down, that intuition, because you are highly intuitive here, Aquarius. You have the ability to tap in at any given moment. But sometimes when, external things come in or triggers come in or whatever it may be, sometimes you shut down a little bit, and you can be a little mysterious. You can be secretive, or maybe other people are keeping things from you at this time as well. I'm also getting the word trust. Do you trust in others? Or maybe trusting in a situation, trusting that something is turning out for your highest good. Yeah. What's the hope? The hope is that you're going to get this offer. The hope is that you can believe, right? And I feel like there is a lack of belief with that Four of Cups, a lack of belief because you see the little piglet flying above that cup. And as I always say, you know, the phrase, when pigs fly, really means, yeah, that'll never happen because pigs don't fly. So there is almost a belief of, I don't think it's really going to happen. You know, I wish it could. I wish I could believe in miracles here, or I do believe in miracles, but they're rare, right? That's that mentality of scarcity or not enough. And expect miracles. Expect that there's something really beautiful coming in here, entering in, especially with that Two of Cups. There is a divine important communication or a partnership or collaboration that's going to help you in multiple ways in your career, in your, you know, profession, or in your financial matters. This could be a very beautiful financial business partnership that, you know, that brings in a lot of abundance. This could be a new opportunity that you have to chase some dreams, to really follow your heart's desires. And I just feel like in the reverse, the fear is that it's never going to happen. The fear is inspiration isn't coming, or I'm shutting myself down. And there is a level here of possibly self-sabotage at times because you are very gifted. You are highly empathic, and maybe sometimes you take on too much, and you may take on the energies of others as well, Aquarius, and that can be overthinking. Is this my energy? Is it their energy? What do I need to do? How do I protect myself? And then you start going down that spiral because you're not even in your own energy anymore. You're picking up on everyone else's. So what's the outcome? What is the outcome? The Sun. Beautiful. The Sun is all about abundance, right? The Sun is Leo energy of happiness, success, good health. Life is good when you have the Sun. It is also healthy ego. So the message here is to find balance within the ego. We can have a healthy ego and celebrate our wins and celebrate our accomplishments without attaching, you know, a why to it, right? And maybe the why on some people could be, I have to feel, you know, I have to hit this milestone because that's the only way I'm going to feel worthy. Or I have to be better than this person because then I will feel satisfied, right? If we can attach, well, not attach at all, but if we can be in that energy of having a healthy ego without attachments to it, that's when we're in that full feeling of fulfillment and gratitude. And that's what I see here happening for you. There is a simple win or many simple wins. It doesn't matter how big or how small, but you're embracing it all. And I am getting here that sometimes you expect the rug to get pulled out from underneath you. Sometimes you have a fear of opening up to happiness or joy because you could be sucker punched. That joy could instantly get pulled out from underneath you. Right? And I find that, especially in the last few years, so many people would rather be in this Four of Cups energy because then they can't be disappointed because they're already disappointed, right? They don't want to open themselves up because what's on this other side? Look at this. The energies, the colors literally match. You can't make that up, right? So a lot of people would rather stay in the comfort zone, which is rarely comfortable, right? We don't grow, we don't evolve. It's depressive, it's, you know, anxious, it is loss, it's disappointment, but it's safe, right? It's safe, is it? And when we finally open up and we look to the other side, we look at what else is possible. What's on the other side? You have the Sun right there on the other side. And I feel it's important for you to open up because the Sun is going to come out and we're going to have, you know, the flows, the ebb and the tide, right? Or the highs and the lows. We're going to have the Sun and we're going to have the Moon. That's just part of it. But are you going to miss out on the happiness and fear that it's going to get all taken away? That's something that, yes, it could certainly happen. But you're going to miss out on a whole heck of a lot if you're constantly feeling or thinking that way. And I feel here for you, Aquarius, you are bright. You have a bright future ahead with the sun. You have a very abundant energy about you. There's nothing you cannot manifest. If you believe it enough, that's why you have the Page of Cups. Do you believe that your gifts are worthy? Do you believe that you have skills and talents? Do you believe that you can hit your goals? Because your beliefs are an important piece of your reality. And what you focus on is going to grow. And if you're focusing on the glass half full, then it's going to take you a lot longer to get to where you want to go, right? And I don't want you to waste that energy, because there's so much beauty and abundance and love and, growth here for you. I see extra money with the ornaments, okay? I see celebration coming in. Celebrate everything, all that you are, all that you've become, and celebrate what you cannot see coming in quite yet. All right, Aquarius, what do we have from the wisdom of the Oracle? What do we have, please, for Aquarius? Wisdom of the Oracle. Wow, you are the third sign to get this yin energy. Maybe it's an air thing. Air signs. I think Gemini and Libra were the other two that literally got this yin card. Libra for sure. But this is the card of receptivity. And by the way, I shuffle all the cards after the readings. I shuffle them during as well. So they're extra shuffled, by the way. And the two here is all about the feminine principle of receptivity. This is about letting someone else make the first move. It's about gathering information. It's about taking cues. The art of conscious allowing. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what's coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. There's the message. Are you open to receiving? Are you ready to accept it when it appears? The Four of Cups, if she's not in that right energy, she's not open to receiving it because it's right next to her. But I feel like that's what you're changing. That's what you're working on. You are going to tune in with your intuition more so this month. You are going to be ready for the opportunity with the Sun card showing up. It says yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available. It implies sensitivity. There's that Queen of Cups. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. We just talked about miracles as well. And it says, be the shaped, not the shaper. And you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. And it does look like they're manifesting quite quickly. This is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe the behavior. Your desire to push through now must take a back seat. Collaborate. Offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. Let others come to you. It's important that they feel that they have power as well. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form that you want them. That is called expectation, right? Releasing things, and that can shut down our own intuition, right? How do you want to feel basking in your success? That's why you have the Page of Cups here. That's why you have the Two of Cups as the challenge. How do you want to feel basking in that win? Now allow the universe to show you that form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. Beautiful. Now, some of you do have trouble receiving. Okay, I'm going to read the reversal just because we do have the Two of Cups in reverse or as the challenge. Do you have trouble receiving? If so, you stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, you can't always give, and you can't always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Yes, I mean, we're getting the same messages here. Beautiful. All right, let's get a few messages here from your spirit animals. So Aquarius, if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And with your eyes closed upon your exhale, I want you to tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I'd like for you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animals are wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's visited through your dreams, or maybe one that you have at your home or has crossed your path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Aquarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below the video to be entered into the giveaway. All right, Aquarius, what do we have here for you? We have grasshopper spirit. We have coyote, we have snake, and we have electric eel. Some of you may be 55 years old, born on the 24th, the 30th, or the 16th. So we have snake spirit, time to heal. So I feel like you have been healing here. What I'm hearing is it's yes, we're constantly healing, but I'm getting it's time to shed your skin or time to, it's like you've been shedding the skin here, but it's time to get that last little piece of skin off, right? Because I feel like it's become itchy. It's become a little too much, and it's time for you to kind of get that last little piece off because you are being reborn in a way. Snake spirit. We have electric eel. Bring your ideas to life. Yeah, bring your ideas to life here. Whatever it is that you are thinking about, whatever it is you're dreaming about, you can bring it about, right? You can manifest it in the physical, in the external, but you got to believe, right, that it's possible. And then you're able to utilize the energy of grasshopper, which says take a leap of faith, right? Take a leap of faith. Trust. That's what that means. As I say trust, you guys, I didn't even look at this yet, but it says trust, and right behind it, coyote says trust in divine detours. Beautiful confirmation there. So yeah, you are being guided to kind of move in a new direction and shift up your energy here a tad and celebrate. Celebrate the wins. Celebrate all that you are. Like I said, all that you've accomplished, and yet all that you still have yet to experience, because it looks really darn good with the sun. All right, last but not least, let's get a message here from your soul's truth. What do we have, please, for Aquarius? What is Aquarian soul's truth? Trying to get their attention and tell them at this time. All right, look at that. From whom can I release my judgment right now? Judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fears and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. I mean, you can't make this up. We just talked about all that here. So yeah, it can close the heart, and maybe that's part of the challenge for you this month. Today is soul action. Look at the person you're judging as if you are looking at a small child, even if that small child is you, Aquarius. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment for myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. That's powerful. And if memory holds correct, I also believe that Libra received this same energy as well. So you air signs are definitely going through some major shifts right now. Doesn't surprise me, but definitely some shifts. And I feel like you are, you're coming into a new frequency, a new timeline. New timeline. Yeah, it's like you're jumping timelines into a new human experience here. And I feel like this one is going to bring in a lot of bright opportunities and a lot more happier moments. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that resonates. I hope that was helpful. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to drop your power animals in the comment section below the video. Thank you so much for being here, for your love, your support, your likes, your comments, all of it. Till next time.